Let's see. Is that pretty much what we've done? I can do some other stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what we've done. Would you mind doing some other stuff?
I
Just
don't
since
mind
I'm
at
here
all.
anyway?
No, I don't mind doing some other stuff since you're here. In fact, I pretty well, let me just get pull around here. In fact, I had done some things on the leg. Since we're up here and you've made the trip, we might as well do some things. All right. Okay, on the rear end muscles, we have gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, that one right there, separated, that's caudofemoralis. Gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, caudofemoralis, and biceps femoris. The big one here is biceps femoris.
Okay.
We raise that biceps femoris up, and this thing right here is not a muscle, that's the sciatic nerve.
Okay.
And then underneath here is one I always point out but don't ask. It's called the tenuissimus. It's kind of a vestigial, tiny little muscle, but it's on your sheet, and that's it. It's called the tenuissimus. Okay, there is also one right here. Now, we'll get to some other things, but right here, if I get under this fascia, that muscle right there is called it's kind of like a French coffee, tensor fascia latte. All right, then, so that gets these big legs. See, they're going to be pretty easy. I mean, they really are. And they're going to be easy on this side, too. Over here, what we have, and there's a little extra cut there. Down in here, there's a little muscle, and we'll look for better examples of it. It's called pectineus. But now that's not real good there on this little cat.
Okay.
The pectineus. But right in here is going to be what's called the adductor longus. And then these two right here, adductor femoris or magnus, semimembranosus, and then the one down here is semitendinosus. And it's called semitendinosus because I guess it's a real thin thing, but that's it right there. You kind of see that? Kind of the muscle.
Let me jump to the other side.
Okay,
Might
look,
get a better view.
that's it right there. That's it. Semitendinosus, and I'm holding.
Okay, got it.
So those, now to get to those, what we had to do, and I'm going to come back and do this, what I did, that thing right there is called the gracilis. We raised the gracilis back, and there you see the pectineus, the adductor longus, adductor magnus, all of that, and semimembranosus and semitendinosus. You see what I did? And then on top, up here, this muscle right here is the sartorius. Sartorius. It's a big flat muscle, and there's the sartorius right there. Kind of see?
Mm-hmm.
And underneath it, now what I will do, I'll just do it here. I'll cut this, raise it back, because underneath this thing, there's going to be, I haven't dissected this yet. Underneath this, is going to be the vastus lateralis.
Our lab test next week,
No,
the week after.
Yeah.
I thought.
the week after, yeah. Yeah, week after. Okay. Now, let's see just a minute. This one, I haven't worked on this little skinny cat. I haven't worked on him yet with these muscles right here, and this is not panning out real good. But what we had, okay, wait a minute. Okay, now, here's the way it goes. Now I got it. All right, this is going to be vastus medialis, rectus femoris, right there, and vastus lateralis goes all the way around like that.
Okay.
Okay? So in other words, when we get to them, and again, here's the way, hold that thing back. Now, here, again, this is the way it went down here. Vastus medialis, rectus femoris, vastus lateralis. Okay?
Got it.
Kind of see? Okay? And then that does this part of the leg. That does over here, all that. And the only other thing right here on the leg, we can do this right here. This right here is the gastrocnemius, and again, I haven't dissected these now. That's the gastrocnemius. Let me see how I'm going to do that. Okay. The way this goes, gastrocnemius, and again, a thing there called the soleus. Then we have to do this. Now, I know this is, but again, I hadn't dissected this. So that's our, I'm just kind of showing you real quickly. Gastrocnemius, one called the soleus. And there's going to be some muscles that separate here. Okay, just a minute. Okay. See, I've got to have another separation, and I do. Yeah, okay. Gastrocnemius, soleus, peroneus. Down in there is the extensor digitorum longus, tibialis anterior, all the way around to the bone. And then on the inside of the bone is the flexor digitorum longus, which I don't ever really ask. But see, we're getting way ahead of the game for you. Flexor digitorum longus. So let me go over those one more time. I always do these. I always ask that. Gastrocnemius. I always do the soleus. Right here, the peroneus, the extensor digitorum longus, and tibialis anterior. And the flexor digitorum longus on the inside, I don't typically, there's the bone right there. There's the tibia. And then down here, this thing right here is the Achilles tendon.
Got it.
And that pretty much is the leg. Okay? You want to do the back?
Sure.
If we do the back, that'll finish the cat up.
Sounds good.
We do the back. Okay, if we do the back, so when we get to the back part, okay, now right here, these right here, there are three muscles: external oblique, internal oblique, and transverse abdominis. External, internal, transverse abdominis. Right here, on either side of the backbone is multifidus dorsi. Multifidus dorsi, longissimus, longest, three heads of it. 1, 2, 3 heads of the longissimus. You kind of see that? 3 heads of the longissimus. This stuff right here, the real thick white stuff, is called lumbodorsal fascia. Okay, and if we get up here, we raise the lat muscle up, and we have right here, this right here is serratus posterior, right there. That. Serratus posterior. Now, what I did, we have a thing here. This is called the spinalis dorsi, longissimus dorsi. That also is sometimes referred to as the longissimus cervicus, and I'll explain that when we get to that. But anyway, you have spinalis dorsi. Just remember, spinalis dorsi, longissimus, and right in here, this thing is called the iliocostalis.
Okay.
And then we pull down. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait just a minute. Let me pull that down wrong. Just a minute. Here we go. I did that wrong. I'm sorry. I hadn't. There's the serratus posterior. I apologize. That's serratus posterior down here. And then the iliocostalis would be this thing right in here. Okay? And again, we will go over that more when we get to it, okay? When we get to it. But that kind of gives you an idea. Kind of gives you a little bit of an idea.
Can you run through those back ones?
I
Just
will.
one at a time?
These up here? All right. Spinalis dorsi, longissimus, and you can just, I tell the people, everybody, when we get to it, most likely it's a continuation of the longissimus dorsi.
Okay.
But longissimus, so we had spinalis dorsi, longissimus, and then iliocostalis, right down here, right in there. And then serratus posterior is a little bitty flap.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. I think it goes, on your sheet, I think it goes 82, 83, 84, and 85. Listed under the muscles, and you'll see that when you get it. And that finishes them. That's basically it, except right here, the line right here is called the linea alba, and there's the rectus abdominis, and we don't really ever, dig for it. Does that help you?
That's perfect. Thank you so
That
much.
helps? Okay.